In this segment, we're going to cover how you manage the FMO Travel Guide and Pocket Guide. Here we are on the home page of the FMO site. The most common way to reach the new online travel guide is by clicking on the link FMO Travel Guide in the secondary navigation under the Pages header, or by clicking on the Travel Guide and Pocket Guide block on the right-hand side of the page. Let's use that method. That delivers us to a page that explains that there is both a pocket guide and a full travel guide available in the FMO site, and provides links to each of them. Let's visit the full travel guide by clicking on its link. That takes us out of the FMO site and places us inside the new DBO online travel guide. Based on the original PDF version of the travel guide, the online version contains the same content and is arranged in the same way. The major difference is, because it's online, the table of contents and the information inside can all be connected by hyperlinks, making it very easy to find exactly the information that you want. Before we cover how you edit the current content or add pages, let's take a little tour and see how it works. The table of contents that you see here is the same table of contents from the previous Microsoft Word and PDF versions of the travel guide. The difference here is that the table of contents is composed of clickable hyperlinks, allowing you to jump to any area of the guide that you want to. For instance, if I want to read about the entire travel reimbursement process, I just click on that name in the table of contents and I'm delivered to the page. To get back to the table of contents, I just click on Table of Contents in the left side navigation. Similarly, if I click on Transportation, I'm delivered to the Transportation page and all of the information it contains. Let's go back to the table of contents. An added convenience of the online version of the travel guide is that if I not only wanted to learn about transportation, but specifically rental cars, I can click directly on the rental car link, and I will not only be delivered to the transportation page, but right down to the rental cars section. Let's return to the table of contents page. The main advantage to the online travel guide is that because it's online and managed via a browser, it's easy to keep it updated. And as soon as any update is made, all of the DBO employees are immediately using the most recently updated version. Now let's cover how you update pages as policies change, and how you can create new pages as new policies are established. Let's start with how you edit a page, since that will be the most common activity. Let's use the Financing the Trip page for our example. To edit a page in the Travel Wiki, all we need to do is to go to that page by using the travel guide's own navigation. And then, once we're on the page, all we need to do to edit anything here is to put the page into edit mode by clicking on the sprocket in the upper right-hand corner of the browser and selecting Edit Page from the drop-down. That puts the page into what's called edit mode. It also places a yellow bar at the top of the page indicating that the page has been checked out to us so that only we can edit it until it's checked back in. Another thing that you might notice is that the ribbon has been exposed at the top of the page, giving us controls that are very similar to the ribbon that we see when we use Microsoft Word. With the page in edit mode, we can then make our changes in a manner very similar to how we would edit a Microsoft Word document. For instance, in the opening paragraph, I can change it from a variety of ways for state employees to a wide variety of ways for state employees just by placing my cursor in the text area and typing the words that I want to add, delete, or change. The same is true of the table that we see about the acceptable forms of payment. I can just put my cursor in any of the little boxes to add or remove the X's. I can even edit the table itself, like adding a row for new information by clicking in a cell and selecting the Insert Below icon from the Table Layout tab in the ribbon. I can also add hyperlinks the same way I would in Microsoft Word. For instance, I can highlight the name Cal Travel Store at the end of the Central Travel Account section, and once I have it highlighted, just go up into the ribbon, make sure that the Insert tab is selected, and then click on the hyperlink icon. I'm going to select the From Address option because I know the website for the Cal Travel Store. Then I just give it that address, hit OK, and I'm done. And there's our new hyperlink. Removing information is just as easy. I can just highlight some of the text that I added and hit Delete. When we're done editing a page, all we need to do is to go up into the yellow bar at the top of the page and click the Check It In link. That will allow me to record an optional comment about the changes that I've made. Then I click Continue, and after a moment, the new version of the page is the official version of the page that all the employees can see. That's another major advantage of the new online travel manual. We have all of the benefits of the ease of editing a Microsoft Word document while creating web pages that are immediately available to all DBO employees when we save our changes. So you can see it's very easy to edit any of the pages already contained in the travel guide. But what about adding new pages and brand new content? Well, let's do it. Flying cars seem to be in the news lately. Let's create a hypothetical situation where DBO is about to authorize travel involving the rental of flying cars. We're going to need a new page because on that page we need an overview paragraph about flying cars, and then we want to add a paragraph about renting a flying car, and another paragraph about using your own flying car and being reimbursed for it. Let's use the left-hand navigation to go back to the Table of Contents page of the travel guide. The new online travel guide makes it very easy to create new pages as part of adding a new entry into the table of contents. To do that, first we just put the page into edit mode just like we did before. Now all we need to do to create our new flying car page is to go to an area of the table of contents where we want our entry to appear. Let's say below the transportation page, but above the miscellaneous page. And we just type flying car, except that we put double brackets in front of and at the end of the words flying car. Now we save our changes by checking in the page. When we look at our new entry in the table of contents, it looks different than all of the other hyperlinks. It's got a dashed line below it. And what's really nice is that when we click on it, the online travel guide starts asking us if we would like for the travel guide to automatically create a new page dedicated to flying cars, and we just say yes. That delivers us to our new flying car page. I'm just going to type flying cars at the top of the page to give us a header for our page. Now I'm going to paste in a paragraph of introductory text that I prepared that provides an overview to the concept of using flying cars for business travel. This paragraph also introduces the possibility that you may be renting a flying car or that you may be using your own flying car for business. That means that I'm going to want two subparagraphs below the introductory paragraph. One with a title about renting a flying car, and I'll add some expository text about that. Then I need to add the next title about using your own flying car, and I'll add the text that describes that situation. Next, what I need to do is to style our page so that it matches the rest of the pages in the travel guide. To style the headline at the top of our page, I simply highlight the text and select the second style up in the ribbon. We can clearly see that this style will give us the kind of page top header that is used on the rest of the pages. I can style the title of each of my two subparagraphs exactly the same way, but this time selecting FMO Header 2 from my style choices. Now we'll add a horizontal line separating the introductory paragraph from the two subsections. We can do that by putting the cursor where we want the horizontal line to be, and then just selecting it from the styles available in the ribbon. Now let's check in our page and see how it looks. Here's our new page, and it looks great. Let's compare it to another page in the travel guide. When we compare it to the transportation page, it looks pretty good, but it's missing two things. We don't have a picture on our page, and we don't have the little check marks in the red circles adjacent to the titles of each of our subparagraphs. Well, there's an easy way to get the little red check marks. I can copy one of these just by putting the page into edit mode, clicking on the graphic to select it, then I right-click on it and select Copy. Then I go up into the ribbon and discard my checkout because I haven't really made any changes to this page. Now I just go back to our flying car page, put the page into edit mode, put my cursor where I want one of those little red check marks, and paste it, and then do it again. Now the formatting of the page looks good. Let's add a flying car picture. I've already identified a picture that matches the look and feel of the travel guide, and I've saved it on my hard drive. All I need to do to place it on top of my page is to put the cursor there, go up into the ribbon, and, making sure that the Insert tab is selected, click on the Insert Picture icon and select From Computer. That lets me browse my hard drive to identify the picture that we've selected for this page. Once I've selected the picture, I accept that the destination library should be the Images library. Add any version comments that I might want to make, and click OK. That gives me a pop-up dialog box that allows me to add more information about my picture. But I'll skip that and just click Save. That places my picture on the page right where I had my cursor. The only problem is it's too big and it doesn't have rounded corners like all of the other pictures in the travel guide. But that's easy to fix. First, we just click on the picture to make sure it's selected. Then, up in the ribbon, with the Image tab selected, we click on the Image Styles icon and select Rounded Corners from the drop-down menu. Next, we want to use the Position icon to make sure that our picture always floats to the right. Last but not least, we want to grab a corner of our picture and make it an appropriate size for our page. Now let's use the yellow bar to check in our page. And there we are, a brand new page styled and formatted to look just like the other pages of the travel guide. Let's go back to the Table of Contents page. And then let's use the Table of Contents to go and visit the flying car page just the way any other DBO employee would. And here we are on our new flying car page that we were able to visit using the link we created on the Table of Contents. Let's return to the Table of Contents page for a moment. You'll remember that during our tour of the travel guide, we saw that we could not only visit the transportation page by clicking on its link, but that we could drop right down straight to the paragraph about rental cars by clicking on the Rental Cars link that's tabbed in a little bit underneath the transportation page link. You'll also notice that our new page about flying cars doesn't have a secondary link that would take us right to the paragraph about renting a flying car or the paragraph about using our own flying car. So let's add those. Adding them is a two-step operation. First, we have to go back to our flying car page and turn the headers for each of our two subparagraphs into what are called bookmarks. Making those two headers, the one about renting a flying car and the one about using our own flying car, into bookmarks will allow us to link directly to them from the hyperlinks we will add to the Table of Contents page. Let's put the page into edit mode. With the page in edit mode, we highlight the title about renting a flying car and then go up into the ribbon, and making sure that the Insert tab is selected, we click on the hyperlink icon and select From SharePoint from the drop-down. Then we browse to the Pages library and select the Flying Cars page. And then we click on the Insert button. Once we're viewing our page again, we highlight our hyperlink and, making sure that the Link tab is selected up in the ribbon, we enter Rental in the Bookmarks box, and then click into the body area of the text on the page to save our bookmark. Now we repeat that process with the headline to our second subparagraph, except that this time we'll name our bookmark Your Own with a hyphen between the word Your and the word Own. Because you can't have spaces in a bookmark, we're using a hyphen. When we've completed that process, we go up to the yellow bar and check in our page. Now what we've done is we've created individual bookmarks for the two subparagraphs about renting a flying car and using our own flying car. Now we can return to the Table of Contents page and add links that will take us directly to each of those two bookmarks. First, let's put the page into edit mode. Now let's go underneath the link to our flying car page and add the text that will become the hyperlinks to the two sub-paragraphs. We'll just add renting a flying car and using your own. Now let's highlight renting a flying car and go up into the ribbon and, making sure that the Insert tab is selected, select the hyperlink icon and select From SharePoint from the drop-down. Now, going to the Pages library, we make sure that we select the flying car page. Then at the end of that hyperlink, we simply add #renting and then hit Insert. Adding #renting is what will enable this hyperlink to deliver us right to the bookmark we created. Now we repeat the process for the hyperlink about using your own flying car, but substituting #your-own in order to connect us to the second bookmark. Then we go up to the top of the page and click the hyperlink to check in our page and save the changes. Now we have our new table of contents page with the hyperlinks that will take us directly to the rental and the using your own sections of the flying car page. Let's click the using your own link. And here we are on the flying car page, and the browser has automatically scrolled us down to the using your own information. Last but not least, because we have updated the travel guide, we should generate a new PDF version of it. The site currently contains a PDF of the travel guide that is available in the secondary navigation over on the left-hand side. With our new changes regarding the flying car, we should generate a new PDF version and replace the original with our new copy. Creating a new PDF of the travel guide is easy. All we need to do is to go up into the upper right-hand corner of the browser and click on the sprocket wheel and select Site Contents. From the Site Contents page, we open the Pages library by clicking on it. That delivers us to the All Items view of the pages that make up the online travel guide. One of the things that we should do before we make a new PDF version of the travel guide is to make sure that all of the pages will be in the correct order when we generate the PDF. The column far off to the right indicates the order in which the pages will occur in the PDF version of the travel guide. Since we want our new flying car page to occur after the transportation page, but before the miscellaneous page, we need to edit its properties and give it a print order number between 70 and 80. In order to edit this page's properties, I'm going to click on the three dots adjacent to its name. From the resulting pop-out menu, I'm going to click on the three dots again. Then I'm going to select Edit Properties. That presents me with a pop-up dialog box telling me I need to check out the page before I can edit its properties. I'm going to click OK. That delivers me to a page that displays all of the properties concerning our new flying car page. At the bottom of this page is a field called Print Order, where I'm going to enter the number 75 and then click Save. That delivers us back to the All Items view of the pages that will make up the travel guide. One last step before we can make our PDF. Because we checked out the page in order to change its print order number, we need to make sure that we check the page back in. We do that by going over to the column far to the left, clicking in the column adjacent to the flying car page. With the page selected, we go up and click on the Files tab in the ribbon, and then we select the Check In icon in the ribbon. That saves the edit that we made to the print order for our flying car page and ensures that all of the information in our new PDF document will be in the correct order. Now to make our new PDF, all we need to do is to click on the Travel Guide Printable page in the library. This one page contains all of the information in the complete travel guide, and it's this page that we will turn into a PDF. With this page open, all we need to do is to go up into the menu in the browser and click on the word File, and then click Print. From the File Print dialog box, we want to select Microsoft Print to PDF, and then click Print. That gives us another dialog box that allows us to name the resulting PDF document and designate a location for it to be saved to. It's important that we name the file Travel Space Guide so that the file name is identical to the file name of the PDF that we are about to replace. I'm going to give it a save destination on my desktop in a folder called Samples. Once we have created our PDF file, all we need to do is to upload it into the library that holds the current version, and it will automatically be replaced because the file names are identical. To do that, we just click the link Return to FMO over in the secondary navigation. That will take us out of the travel guide and back to the FMO site. Once we're in the FMO site, we need to visit the FMO document library by clicking FMO Documents at the bottom of the secondary navigation. Once we're in the FMO document library, we upload the new PDF of the travel guide by clicking on the New Document link towards the top of the library. That opens up a dialog box that allows us to browse to where we put the file. Then we select the file and click Open. Then we click OK. Now we just need to answer a couple of questions about our document so it can be saved and checked in. First, we need to make sure that the file name is Travel Space Guide and that it's a PDF. The only other thing that we need to do here is to make sure that the document type selected is the word document. Then we just click on the Save icon at the top of this dialog box. That may seem like a lot of work, but doing it this way ensures that our new PDF of the travel guide replaces the old version of the travel guide and does it in such a way that every hyperlink in the site still connects to the PDF. Let's use the secondary navigation to go back to the home page of the FMO site. So, to summarize, we've edited a page in the travel guide. We've added a page to the travel guide. We've styled the page, added pictures, hyperlinks, and bookmarks. We've then gone and output a new version of the PDF of the travel guide and done it in such a way that all the links to it have been preserved. And that's the complete process for managing the DBO online travel guide.